She poisoned her husband 3 times and he survived all 3. So she put 5 times the lethal dose of fentanyl in his drink, called it a birthday cocktail. That one worked. Then she wrote a children's book about grief. March 4th, 2022, Utah. Eric Richins came home after celebrating his 39th birthday with friends. His wife, Corey, had a Moscow Mule waiting. He drank it, went to bed. By morning, he wasn't breathing. Paramedics couldn't revive him. The death was attributed to a heart condition. Eric had a history of cardiac issues. Case closed. Except his family didn't believe it for a second. His mother and sisters pushed for a toxicology report. Pushed hard enough that investigators actually went back and ran one. The results stopped everyone cold. Fentanyl, enough to kill multiple people, in a man who had supposedly died of a heart attack. Now, everything Corey had been doing for the past year looked completely different. Here's what investigators found when they started pulling the threads. Corey had been secretly destroying their finances for years, forging Eric's signature on loan documents, draining accounts he didn't know were being touched. She had tried to add herself as the sole beneficiary on his life insurance, had tried to get him to sign a post-nuptial agreement giving her control of everything if he died. Eric refused to sign. He was also starting to figure out what was happening with the money. That's when Corey went looking for fentanyl. She found a contact named Jared Barris, told him she needed it for personal use, claimed addiction as the cover story. He provided it, multiple times, at her request, and she had already used it on Eric before the Moscow Mule. 3 times in the months leading up to March 2022, she had given him something laced with fentanyl. Small doses. Test runs. Eric had felt unwell each time, chalked it up to being sick. Never suspected his wife. The Moscow Mule wasn't a test run. 5 times the lethal dose, mixed into a birthday drink, handed to him with a smile. After he died, Corey gave interviews about her grief, positioned herself as a devastated widow trying to make meaning from tragedy. Started writing the book, Are You There? Helping children cope with the loss of a parent. 8 months after killing him, a grief book, with his money. When investigators arrested her in May 2023, they searched the house. They found the manuscript. They also found a stockpile of fentanyl she hadn't used yet. At trial, the defense argued Eric could have obtained fentanyl himself, that the death might have been accidental or self-administered. They pointed to text messages suggesting he had his own struggles. The jury deliberated and came back with one word: guilty. Aggravated murder, multiple additional charges. At sentencing, Corey addressed the court, said she loved Eric, said her children needed their mother, asked the judge for mercy. He sentenced her to life without the possibility of parole. Her children, the ones she wrote the grief book for, will grow up without both parents. Eric's family was in that courtroom. The same people who refused to accept the cardiac explanation, who pushed for the tox screen when nobody wanted to look twice, who kept pushing until someone listened. Without them, she walks free. A birthday drink, a children's book, and a stockpile of pills that investigators found in her own home. ShadowDossier. Subscribe so you catch the next case.